Alright, so welcome back to Gospel Jazz Improvisation. We're going to be going over Lesson 2 today. The second most important thing to know, in my opinion, for improvisational purposes is the pentatonic scale. So the pentatonic scale is literally like a magic scale that almost guarantees you not to hit a wrong note when you use it. The trick is simply knowing where to use it and when to use it. So let's go ahead and learn it. The pentatonic scale is made up of 5 different notes. The word penta means 5, and tonic just means tone, so it has 5 notes. And this scale is kind of the secret to playing fills on chords and not hitting incorrect notes. So it's pretty simple. We just take the 1, for example, the key of C, the 1, the 2, the 3, 5, the 6 of the scale to get the notes. So the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, as you know if you've mastered Lesson 1. So the C major scale would be C, D, E, G, A, C. Okay, we ended on a C. But the notes are C, D, E, G, A. Fingering, we'll go over the fingering for each one of these in a sec, the recommended fingering, but it's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then end it on 5 if you're going to end it. We're going to learn it over 2 octaves. But anyways, end it on 5 when you get to the very last one where you're about to go down, if you so choose. F major scale is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, as we know, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that's going to be F, G, A, C, D, so the 1, the 2, and the 3, the 5, and the 6. Same fingering, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. Alright, G, same fingering, but your notes are going to be G, A, B, D, E, and then end it on a G, so. Alright, so that's pretty much it right there. Let's go over each one of these, starting with G, and we'll go over them slowly. So G is G, A, B, D, E, G. C is C, D, E, G, A, B. I'm sorry, C, D, E, G, A, C. F is F, G, A, C, D, F. B flat is B flat, C, D, F, G, B flat. E flat is E flat, F, G, B flat, C, E flat. A flat is A flat, B flat, C, E flat, F, A flat. D flat is D flat, E flat, F, A flat, B flat, D flat. G flat is just all the black notes, really easy. G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, G flat. B is B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, B. E is E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, E. A is A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp, A. And finally D is D, E, F sharp, A, B, D. Now the trick to the fingering is don't use your thumb on the black notes. That's pretty much the given kind of rule. And we provide all the fingering for you in the PDF study guide. So we don't have to spend too much time really going over that. It'll all be there for you. But basically G, C, and F are the same. And once again, learn these ascending and descending over 2 octaves in each one of these keys, because a lot of people just learn it over 1 octave, and you can't really use it as an ascending fill, you know, if you don't know how to play it over 2 octaves, or as an ascending fill, which is one of my favorite fills to do. So learning over 2 octaves, basically G, C, and F are the same. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, and the same thing back down. Same fingers, just backwards. B flat is, most of these you start on your 2. So B flat is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright, E flat is 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, let's see, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 or 3, whichever way you want to do it. I start off on 2, but I actually use 3 when I'm going up, so 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, and then thumb, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, and then 3, or whatever you want to do it. 2. You choose whatever's most comfortable for you. That's what I do. So, all right. A flat is 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm sorry. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I can't talk and do it at the same time. 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, and then 2, however you want to do it. So it's pretty much, the trick is use your thumb on the white notes and use your other fingers on the black notes. That's the trick. And a lot of people are concerned with crossover and stuff with your fingers. I don't really worry about that too much. I just kind of let my fingers hop, like on the D flat. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I just kind of move my hand over real quick. And there you can end on your ring finger, or your fourth finger. I'm sorry. Used to playing on a full weight keyboard now that I've got one. All right, G flat is 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, let me do it again. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. A perfect example here of just moving your hand over. You know, when you're going up the scale. You can do something like that if you wanted to, but yeah, and you can use your thumb. If you're more comfortable using your thumb right there, you can. I like to do it 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. This works better for me. Now, that's one of the harder ones to do. The easier ones are actually, you know, like E flat, A flat, B flat, where you're literally just using your thumb kind of as a little bit of leverage. And then these are easy too. The B, E, and A's are pretty easy. So pretty much 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then end on your pinky. Or whatever is better for you. You can end on your fourth finger if you prefer. E. And then A. So E is the same as B. A. Same as E and B. And D. Same as those as well. So just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's what's pretty cool. So those last four, B, E, A, and D, have the same exact fingering. G, C, and F the same fingering. The only ones you've got to worry about are B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. Which B flat, E flat, and A flat are super easy once you learn them. The only tough ones are really G flat and D flat. Those are really the hardest ones to me, you know. All right, so that's how you play them. All right. So now how do we use them, right? It's actually really simple. Pretty much the way it works, anytime you have a C major chord in your right hand, you'll use the notes of the C major pentatonic scale as a fill. Anytime you have an F chord in your right hand, you use the notes of the F major pentatonic scale. Anytime you have a G major chord in your right hand, etc., etc., etc. All right, so this sounds kind of simplistic, and you're like, well, that sounds like, you know, I don't know, Chinese music or something, or, you know, they actually use the pentatonic scale a lot in Chinese music. But that's not how we want it to sound. We don't want it to have kind of an oriental flair. We want it to sound jazzy. So you got to be kind of careful. We're going to teach you some tricks in the next few lessons. You know, using the flatted third and the flatted, you know, the flatted sixth, and some different other tricks that we use. You know, it's basically like the major pentatonic with the flatted third. But anyways, we're going to save it for the lesson because it's too confusing to all learn at once. But here's the trick, okay? So you have a C chord in your right hand. That doesn't mean you have to have a C in your left hand. So A minor 7. A minor 7 is a C over A. Now you got to realize, if you turn A minor 7, if you upgrade it, if you know the tricks for upgrading, and you turn it into an A minor 11, that's actually a G over A. So now you've actually got two different options. You can play for a minor chord, if you know your theory. For example, an A minor chord, you can use the notes of a G, the G major pentatonic scale, or you could use the fills, the notes from the C major pentatonic fill. Alright, so you've got some options. So Remember, the key is as long as there's a C chord in your right hand. Your left hand, it doesn't matter so much. All right, C over E. Same thing. F major 9. If you know your theory, that's a C over F. If you look at your right hand. Okay? All right. C over G, D minor 11. Same story, D minor 11. You have a C chord in your right hand. So you can use some notes from that as a fill. Alright, so those are just a couple things there. We did throw in some exercise songs if you want to practice those. Fantastic. Like I said, the main thing is at this stage in your learning, you're probably even heard of the pentatonic or maybe even know it already, but most people don't teach it where you have to learn it over 2 octaves as a fill, and that's what's really, really important here. Let's give you some example fills here. So G, A, C. Really important fill there. G, A, C, 5, 6, 1, learning in every key. F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, back to C. So learning in every key. Once again, as a descending fill, it's a great fill. As an ascending fill. One little trick you can use is whatever note you start on, try to end on that note. And that'll kind of give it some continuity, some connectedness, if that's a word, to the fill. All right, you can also use it as a this just basically to give some examples where you start on one note and end on the same note. What I'm doing there is kind of using the notes of the pentatonic scale as a fill. Alright. So I'm on a C chord, right? Alright, and that's kind of a cool fill you can do. If you were on an F, or let's say on a F over B flat. You learn that in every key too. That's a really cool one. Alternating descending notes works really well with the pentatonic scale, similar to what we did in the major scale. But instead of using the notes of the major scale, we're using the notes of the pentatonic scale. Alright, you can also use alternating fourth notes. So look for the fourths inside the scale. Alright, if you want an F over B flat. Alright, so that's just a couple little ideas there to get you going. Practice these using songs you already know. Practice them using the exercise songs we provided if you want to. Anointing Fall on Me. Alright, that first E minor 7 is a G over E. The A is a C over A. F, D minor 7 is an F over D. You've got a G. You see what I did? on that G chord, I just played the notes of the G pentatonic. G minor 9 is a B flat over G. So you can use the notes of the B pentatonic scale. Now that C9, there's really not a chord in there except for a major chord, except for maybe a C chord is hidden within it. You know, because you've got a C in your left hand, E and G in the right. So, which goes well with the F major 7, which is really an F major 9 if you know your theory, which is a C over F. So you can continue to use that same scale, that C scale, because you're in the key of C as well, so you can use it over most chords anyways. It's a little trick. But B flat 9, now that chord there, if you know your theory, this is one of the few exceptions, but it's really a C over B flat 7. Now this is one of the few where you couldn't use the pentatonic scale really. You could probably get away with it, but it has an altered note, so we'll go over more about that later. C over G, A7 flat 9. And I'm just being, kind of cheesy using the pentatonic, but alright, so that's anointing with some pentatonic stuff thrown in there. Let's see, falling in love with Jesus. That was all pentatonic right there. Just using F going up the whole time. You just happen to have two Fs in the right hand in a row, so you can kind of do that. G minor 9, Jesus. Alright, you have a D minor 9, which is a D minor 11, so you could use C pentatonic, or you could use F, because you have an F in the right hand too, you could use F pentatonic. And of course you could still use your major scale, because you're still in the key of F, so. Alright, with G. What's the best thing Alright, so there's all kind of cool stuff you can do. There's just some examples and stuff. Break every chain, same concept. There is in the key of A of Jesus. There's all kind of cool stuff you can do with it. That's what I'm kind of trying to get at. Have some fun with it, Use it a lot, because this is one of the main tips and tricks for improvisation that you have in your repertoire. So you can really use this and do a lot with it. So anyways, hope this lesson's been a blessing to you, and we'll see you back here for your next one. God bless.